Y así arranca esta primera parte de esto, la fábrica, esta sección, esta parte del programa en donde repensamos, redefinimos todo lo que tiene que ver con la industria de la música, una actividad que el ser humano realiza hace muchos años, pero hace un puñadito de años nada más. Precisás de barcos, de aviones, de container para mover de un lado al otro todo lo que tenga que ver con el mundo del arte, de la música, de lo que sea, hasta del teatro. Pienso en los vestuarios, pienso en filminas de cine, todo necesitabas transporte, todo eso ha cambiado en los últimos años. Ha habido marcha atrás, marchas para arriba, para abajo, para el medio, por todos estos cambios. Y para hablar de todas estas cosas es que nos nutrimos de diferentes diálogos. Hemos hablado con productores musicales, con sonidistas, con toda gente relacionada a la industria de la música. Y hoy es el día de irnos a hablar con los amigos de MOTORIK. I'm a big fan of your band, my dear friend. I don't know if you listen to me good or you listen to me very weird, but we are live, so excellent. Ok, ya estamos con los amigos de MOTORIK conectados. Estoy re feliz, boludo. Es una de las bandas que más me gustaron, todas las que pasaron por el programa. Ok, my friend, my name is Manu. I'm gonna leave you with Raulo. Raulo is gonna make you an interview, a questionnaire who will make a lot of man of all of parts of the world. And later we are going to talk about the present of MOTORIK. Are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Excellent. I hear you.
All right, very good.
Sí,
Todo tuyo, Raulo.
sí, sorry, Manu is a big fan of your band. He's been driving all the week with your music in the back of the car, like.
That's great, but that's the best place to hear our music.
Sí.
I love that. I love your band, man. I love your band.
He's a big fan. Manu is now in Buenos Aires. I'm in Barcelona. We are going to start with the interview. So please tell us your full name and where are you from and how old are you?
My name is Yuri Dobler. I'm the main composer in the band MOTORIK. We're from Antwerp, Belgium. And yeah, that's about it to start, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to make a little translation for the Spanish listeners. Estamos hablando con Yuri, es el compositor principal de MOTORIK. And how old are you?
I'm 47.
47, okay, I'm over 40, so it's okay, no problem with that. Okay. Estamos hablando desde Bélgica, desde Antwerp, y tiene 47 años. And can you tell us which is your first memory of you listening to music?
Oh, my first memory, I guess it was at a pickup from my parents, listening to the Beatles. I think like many people did, yeah.
Uh-huh. And where did the music came from? From the cassettes, albums, from the radio?
Yes, from cassettes and from mostly from vinyl records. Yeah.
Okay.
It was early 80s, so yeah, this.
Early 80s. Perfect. And when you were a kid, you were in school. Which kind of people do you meet because of the music? You know, I'm a heavy metal. I have a black T-shirt. You have a black T-shirt. We are friends. And what happens with you?
To be honest, I also came originally from the heavy metal, yes. Especially when I was in high school. So, but I also studied music. I studied classical music, classical guitar. So that's where it all kind of started, to play music actively. Yeah.
And well, your first instrument was the guitar.
Yes, the guitar.
Okay. Yeah. And when did you start playing?
I started playing rather late, at 15 years.
15. Okay.
15 years old.
Yeah. And you asked for the guitar, or was a present?
I asked for it, yeah, and now I must think. Yeah, I got my first acoustic guitar, and then, but sudden thereafter, I was tired of that, and then it was quickly changing to electric guitar.
Ok,
yeah.
Perfecto. Bueno, estamos hablando con Jerry, nos está contando un poco de los inicios de él. Los padres escuchaban mucho a los Beatles y así fue como entró con un par de álbums. Y después en el colegio, en el secundario, bueno, empezó con amigos heavy metal, también viene una parte de heavy metal. Y él empezó estudiando guitarra clásica. A los 15 años más o menos pidió para una guitarra, le regalaron la primera guitarra acústica y se pasó rápidamente a la guitarra eléctrica. And can you tell us, are there any places to study music for free, or you have to pay always in Belgium?
Sorry, can you ask again?
No, you have to study music. You have to pay in Belgium, or it's free?
No, it wasn't. It was a high school education. Yes, yep. It was called the Kunstmajora, so the art school, and I've been there from 3rd grade to 6th grade. Yeah.
Wow, and it was free, or you have to pay?
We don't have to pay. It was free.
Okay, perfect.
But it was how do you, I don't know how you call it in Spain, humaniora.
I don't know what is that.
It was just a formal education, but with music.
Art School, sí. Bueno, era como nos estaba explicando que la escuela era gratuita, era como una escuela formal, pero también tenía la parte de arte, de música aparte, pero era una escuela gratuita. And can you tell us which was the first concert that you went?
Sorry, it was a little.
The first concert that you went. The first show.
The first concert I went to that was Metallica.
Yes.
Metallica at Rock. It was called the Festival Rock Tour Road. In 1993.
And 1993 with the Black Album. The same from me.
Yes.
In March, I don't know, in Europe, I'm a big fan of Metallica. I became a bass player because of Metallica. I love them.
All right. Yeah.
We always fight with Manu about that. Manu, ¿alguna otra pregunta para meter ahí?
No, sigamos. Tengo 1000 preguntas, pero vayamos a la banda. Vayamos a la banda y me...
Sí, we are going to start with the band part. How did MOTORIK begin, and why you put that name to the band?
Originally, we started in 2018. It was Dirk, the other guitar player, and I. And originally, we played with a drum computer and the synth and a guitar. But that seemed not to really work out well for us because it hadn't the drive that we were looking for. So quickly thereafter, we asked a drummer, Dries, a friend of mine who I knew for a very long time, played in other bands, and then it all kind of fell into place.
Wow.
Yeah. And then quickly after we started, we began to rehearse and then began to record our first album. So it was a rather quick.
Wow. Manu, bueno, primera sorpresa, sí, tocaban con una batería electrónica, tocaban con una computadora. Nos comentó que la banda empieza en el 2018 con 2 guitarristas y una computadora, dijo, de batería y unos sintetizadores. Y bueno, después ya arrancaron muy rápido ya a ensayar y a tocar. Manu.
¿Cómo aparece? Digamos, pues suena muy electrónico, suena muy a toda música electrónica, pero me habla de heavy metal, de todas esas cosas. ¿Dónde apareció? ¿Cuándo apareció la música electrónica en su vida? O pues capaz nos dice, no, nosotros somos crowd rock, no tiene nada que ver con la música electrónica. Entonces quiero ir a ese lugar.
Sí. Manu wants to know, because you talk about heavy metal and classical music. When did you change the side to more electronic music?
I was very interested all my life in electronic music because that was also what was in my parents' collection, like Vangelis, Jean-Michel Jarre, that kind of stuff. And then later on, I began to listen to Tangerine Dream, bands like Noy, who are more guitar-oriented, like you probably know, and so on and so on.
And this is a person.
Maybe Jean-Michel Jarre.
Jean-Michel Jarre.
Ahí está.
Equinocchio, that kind of stuff, you know? I love that stuff, music, man. You are my friend in Belgium, man.
Sí. ¿Por qué te gustan esas cosas? It's real, eh? I can say that it's real what Manu is saying.
I have the Equinocchio vinyl here.
Sí. No. He's a really big fan. And this is a personal question. When do you change? For me, electronic music is more dance music. You know, it's to dance. What is the differences between electronic dance music and the MOTORIK kind of way?
That's a difficult question because we don't really think about it too much. Oh yeah, great. Yeah, that's a classic. Actually, for the last record was where the more dance influences came in, because I was also listening very much to a band, I don't know, maybe you know it, from Portugal, 10,000 Russos. And they were a huge influence on the last record.
Wow.
We also played with them a couple of years ago in Brussels. They no longer exist, so we were happy to play with them while they still exist. And that gave us another influence.
Yeah. Sí, está todo el tiempo hablando de las influencias. Manu tiene muchas cosas que escuchás vos también, y es súper interesante porque me marcó la diferencia entre la música electrónica más bailable y la que hacen ellos es directamente por el tipo de influencias que tienen y lo que van escuchando. In July of 2019 you released your first album, MOTORIK. How was the recording process of that first album?
It was all albums where I record the same way. I start with a bass line. That's the core of our music. So that's where everything was built around. And then the guitars, only the drums we record in the studio. So everything else is recorded at home.
Wow.
So and for the last record, I also did all the mixing.
Wow.
So just we do everything ourselves except drums recording and mastering.
Terrible, hacen todo en la casa, Manu, menos la grabación de la batería. Esto es todo estudio casero, y dicen que desde el principio todos los discos lo grabaron de esa manera. And the bass line, it's with synthesizer or you play the bass?
For the fourth record, we used a real bass guitar on one track because we thought the track needed it. But for all the other tracks, it's a Volca bass, Korg. Yeah.
Terrible.
I love the way you know the song Sundown of MOTORIK 2.
Yes.
That bass, my friend, what's that?
That is a Volca bass. I have it right here.
Wow, it sounds very distortion, maybe a fuzz, you know, it's...
Yeah, but we also put a lot of effects on it sometimes, yeah? So it's not dry signals.
I love the two MOTORIK 2 and MOTORIK 5, but the sound of bass on MOTORIK 2 blow my mind.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a really big fan.
Sí.
I hear it. Thank you very much.
Terrible. Sí, están equipadísimos, Manu. Me parece que la parte técnica es súper interesante de ellos. Le voy a preguntar un poquito más. Well, in September of 2024, last year you released your last album, number 5. Well,
yes.
Can you tell us why you put that name and if you change many things in the setup, in the recording process?
The difference it became very organically, and it's also a bit trial and error. Like I said, I made the basic tracks in my home studio, and then fiddle around with it till it becomes something interesting. And because I make so much tracks, we have to choose which are the best and which fit together on an album. So it's a bit try and error, but it always comes together.
Qué locura. Sí, bueno, tienen el mismo procedimiento, y hay algunas cosas en particular que cambiaron, pero es prácticamente lo mismo. And why you put number 5?
Where I put it?
No, why the name of the album, 5?
Oh, it's we decided from the beginning that our first album was just called MOTORIK, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, and the next, which I'm already working on, will be 6. Okay. Because we want to let the music speak for itself, and no ridiculous names for. No, we don't like that.
No, terrible lo que nos acaba de contestar. Desde el primer disco ya le pusieron al primero MOTORIK, después es 1, 2, 3, 4 y 5. Lo decidieron desde el principio y dicen que es porque quieren que la música hable por ellos mismos, que no haya nombres ridículos ni nada que llame la atención, nada más la música. And can you tell us where does your inspiration comes from to make that music?
Our main inspiration is Noi, especially from the first 2 albums. And then it began to differ. Tangerine Dream is also, for me personally, a very big influence. Our guitar player, Dirk, he's a big fan of Wire. That's also a bit represented in our music. Many bands. John Carpenter also is a bit of an influence.
Manu is really happy with this. Todos los nombres que están, es todo lo que me dijiste estos 3 años. Because Manu always said, stop listening to Metallica, listen to this, and the names that you are mentioning. Es todo lo que me dijiste que venga escuchando hace muchos años. Es eso, Manu, es terrible.
But of course, we hope that our music is original from itself and that it speaks for itself. We don't want to copy anything or just. They are influences, nothing more.
Perfect. Manu, ¿alguna otra pregunta?
No, comentarle que nosotros pasamos crowd rock desde las 0 horas y todas esas cosas.
Sí, we've been playing crowd rock this radio from midnight to 8 a.m. all days.
All day.
All right, that's great.
8 hours of crowd rock, it's incredible. Sí. You say that you're living in Antwerp. You have an airport there.
We have a small airport here, but the main airport in Belgium is Brussels.
Sí. But how do you live with a small airport? It influences in the city living, that kind of things?
Oh, for me personally, I don't take the plane that often. When we travel around, it's by train or by car.
Sí.
And when we play abroad with MOTORIK, we get in the van.
Excelente.
Like all bands, most bands do.
Excelente, sí, porque tienen un aeropuerto muy pequeño, Manu, y es bastante importante porque llega. Bruselas, pensá que es a donde está toda la escena europea en este momento, y Antwerp es el segundo aeropuerto, y bueno, pensé que tenía más vida con la cosa, pero dice que no, que viajan en auto, viajan en tren y se mueven en una van cuando están en vivo. Can you tell us something, Manu? ¿Tenías alguna...?
No. Sigamos.
Can you tell us something about Belgium actual music scene? How do you feel there?
I feel that the Belgian music scene is very eclectic. It's always been that way. We had bands here in the 90s like Deus. They are also popular in Spain. We had, in the 80s we had TC Matic. But also, I want to mention that clear because he's a member of our band. Dirk Evans, he was a member from the Clinic. And Absolute Body Control, and they were very alongside Front 242, very influential bands for all of the world.
Yeah. It's incredible. One of
it is called, the style is called EBM, electronic body
EBM.
music, and it's a typical Belgian thing.
Okay.
Now
because
that style it originally came from Belgium. Yeah, the Clinic from 242.
Wow.
A Split Second, you name it.
Sí, no. Now I understand because maybe for me, electronic music is like trip hop and dance music from the UK. Then you have the Sherman concrete, no, and Belgium is in the middle with that kind of things. And now I understand the whole map of Europe. Ahora sí.
Yeah, but that's true what you say. It's because of here in the middle that we are absorbing everything.
Sí. You're right in the middle. Ahí está, Manu. Bueno, confirmo un poco toda mi teoría de que la música más electrónica y hasta el trip hop viene un poco más del Reino Unido. Tienen la música concreta y la música electrónica más base, más roots, digamos, es de la Alemania. Y ellos, lo que me acaba de decir Jory, están en el medio. Entonces crean cosas como MD y todo ese tipo de cosas. Va terrible la diferencia. Y
¿Qué las drogas, digo?
Le pregunto también. We want to know something about, because we were talking last week with more bands from the crowd rock and scene, and we want to know about drugs. You know, maybe they are different drugs and different music. We have to say that.
For us to speak, no, there is no such as drug use or something. The odd joint maybe, but that's it. No, and a few beers after the gig, but that's it. That's it.
No, but not in particular in the band. I feel that in the night or in the clubs, you know, that kind of things. For example, here, you know that in Barcelona they have a really big problems with drugs in the 80s. But a really big problem with drugs in the 80s.
Yeah, but I guess it was everywhere and still is.
Claro.
Exactly. Thanks for that. Sí, muy bueno lo que está diciendo, muy bueno. We really like to speak with you because you organize many things for our heads. Manu.
A la hora de componer, ¿arrancan con una melodía, arrancan con un efecto? ¿Cómo arrancan las canciones?
Perfecto, sí. Manu wants to know,
por la parte rítmica.
Sí, Manu wants to know, you said that you begin the working with a song with the bass line, you know? It's more rhythmic, it's more harmony, it's harmony. How do you manage that?
Yeah, I mostly work in layers. So when I get a bass line that has a good rhythm, then I find a good beats to match it, and then it is layers with synths and guitars and you name it. Yeah.
Perfecto. Sí, bueno, son capas, Manu. Empieza con una parte rítmica y melódica de la base y después arranca con todo lo demás. Sí.
Y tienen, pues hasta acá parece todo como un trabajo muy individualista de cada uno. ¿Se ensaya mucho ellos? Sí. ¿O cada uno trabaja en su casa?
Sí, Manu wants to know if you have a lot of rehearsals or it's more like selected the way you work.
We don't rehearse that much because we want to keep it spontaneous, and also the live versions they differ from the album versions, because what's the use of playing the album versions? Then you can put the album on. You know, we like to improvise, we like to jam. When we see that the public is moving, dancing, we keep on playing.
Ooh.
So that's the whole MOTORIK thing. That's the trance.
Every concert is a unique piece, you know.
Sorry.
Every concert is unique because
yes, that's true. No concert is the same. No, and that is that's why we're doing it, because otherwise it would be boring, you know.
Exactly.
And you play in raves, electronic parties, places like that, or not?
Well, no such things. We would love to do such raves and stuff, but here in Belgium, it's they don't exist anymore. Because we rather play concert clubs and festivals.
But you don't have the Tomorrowland is not there.
Yeah, Tomorrowland, but it's an EDM. We're not commercial enough for Tomorrowland.
Okay.
They can invite us, you know. That would be fun.
Excelente. Tiene una
me muero, MOTORIK, Tomorrowland, me muero.
Una cabeza muy bueno. You know, this is personal too, because we think that the kind of your music is like really square. It's not square for nothing. Bueno, para mí, Manu, for me, that's and I'm learning a lot speaking with you and with other bands, these kind of things because I'm a metalhead, you know. Sorry for that, but I'm a metalhead. But it's really interesting.
But there's nothing wrong with that. I also listen to metal.
Sí, no, pero yo pensé, Manu, que era como más cuadradito, como viste, tocamos esto, no tocamos esto, no nos vendemos todo, y no, están súper. You are really open mind. That is a surprise for us.
Yes, we really like. I think a true musician has to be open-minded. If you otherwise you can no. That's
excelente.
That's fine.
Excelente.
Por el momento me habló de guitarras, de bajos, de pedales. ¿Qué le pasa con el Ableton, con el Fruity Loops? ¿Usan ese tipo de herramientas o no?
Sí. Do you use new stuff like Ableton, Fruity Loops, that kind of things?
I record most of our tracks in Ableton Live. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Beautiful. Espectacular. Sí, Manu, están abiertos a los cambios, a todo. Impresionante. Muy bueno. Si te parece, Manu, 3 preguntas más y cerramos.
Sí, una pregunta mía que es, ¿dónde sería ideal tocar para MOTORIK? Si sueñan con tocar en Alemania, en algún lado de eso, si ellos tienen ¿cuál es la meca, digamos, de ese tipo de sonido?
Manu wants to know...
¿no? Con la pregunta.
No. Manu wants to know where is your dream place to play. Like you can play everywhere.
Dream scene, I don't know, if England, Germany... Maybe Tomorrowland.
We'd like to play all over the world and everywhere where we're welcome. We love to play, so we it's all fine if the atmosphere is good, if the audience is dancing, then it's a success, and that's all that matters.
Perfecto. Es para hacer un Iseto, Manu. Es otra banda para hacer. We think that we have the perfect place to play in Argentine. It's hard to.
Buenos Aires, MOTORIK,
it's
perfect.
Sí. Then we are going to talk with some friends. Let's see if they like it.
If that would work, we will be very happy to do that.
Perfect.
Yeah, our guitar player, like I said, Derek, he played there, I guess, in Buenos Aires.
Sí, creo que...
With one of his other projects, yeah.
Sí, I think that Clinic, me parece que la banda Clinic tocó o algo así de los que el nombró tocaron. Sí, me parece que sí, en un festival. Sí, beautiful to speak with you. We like people that is open, man. It's a great pleasure. We are going to make 3 more questions. Can you tell us what do you think about social medias and streaming services?
About social media, I think it's good for bands to promote themselves, but on the other hand, they like nowadays with Twitter, it's now called X, with Elon Musk and stuff. I'm not a big fan of such things, and now also with Facebook and Instagram from Zuckerberg, I'm not a big fan of those guys, But I use their channels because to promote our gigs, to promote our albums, to promote our music, simply as that. Yeah.
Well, and streaming services?
That's another story because and the most people that know me, they should be laughing now. I hate Spotify.
Thanks.
But I also must admit, when you're not on it, you don't exist. But they're fucking thieves. And I can get very mad about that.
Perfect.
Because they're stealing my money.
Sí, we can understand. Perfect, sí, of course.
Una pregunta, ¿puede ser que no haya escuchado samplers en su música? ¿No usan samplers?
Man wants to know, you don't use samplers, sample.
No, that we don't use. No.
Impresionante. La tienen atada a mano de una manera impresionante.
Maybe in the future, but at the moment we don't.
Impresionante.
Lo hacen ellos,
sí, es todo handmade, es todo hecho, lo hacen todos ellos. Impresionante. I think that I'm going to begin to listening to that kind of music. Incredible, muy bueno. Sí. Well, just to finish the interview, we are going to play. Manu, ¿alguna otra pregunta? ¿O ya
no, estamos bárbaros.
Perfecto, sí, muy bueno. Just to finish the interview, we are going to play Departure. Can you tell us what means that song to you, Departure?
Departure, that song, it's about how should I say it? It's our fastest song ever. It's 190 BPMs, and when we were recording it, I thought, hey, maybe our drummer Dries said, it's like an airplane that takes off. So then we had the title. So, but we usually don't think too much about titles and stuff. It's just for us to remember which track it is. So, yeah.
You know the Hungarian band Korai Orom?
I'm sorry.
They used to put the name 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and
yes, on the albums, yes.
Yes, and I love that kind of stuff.
And for the fourth album, we had 2 suites. So the A side was called Terra Illustris.
Yeah.
part one, part two, and part three.
Claro.
And then the B-side is Terra Obscura, part
Claro.
one, part two, part three. So we found it also very fitting with the concept of the album. Yeah.
Increíble. Increíble, sí, we are really happy to meet you. Then we're going to send you the interview. Thank you very much for your time. We love to speak with you.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
And we keep in touch, okay? Thank
Aguante,
you.
Mota.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
Llévatelo, Raúl.
Thanks for the support.